So I apologize. I'm probably going to have to read this speech, but hopefully this will be okay. So when Vishal asked me to be his best man, unbelievable, untold stories started to flood my mind. How was I going to limit myself from talking about this hero of mine, a handsome, kind-hearted, brilliant man, admired by all who encountered him? But when I showed my speech to my wife, she tore it up and told me that the idea of a best man speech is to talk about the groom and not myself. It is an honor to be before you today as Vishal's best man. Of all the people that he asked, I guess I was the only one daring enough to say yes. But seriously, Vishal and I have been around. I did the math, and it took a little longer than I'd hoped. But we've known each other for about 33 years. That's like half of his life. Well, one of my fondest memories of Vishal concerning our friendship, and I think this is the one that put the nail in the coffin of our friendship. It's probably not the right idiom, but maybe it is. But we were both in 8th grade at Quail Valley Junior High. You know where I'm going with this. We just so happened to have a class together. Not only that, but we also sat right next to each other. Well, it was finals time, so on one of the last days of school, we had to take this crazy hard comprehensive computer lit exam. Of course, I studied my tail off, and Vishal, well, let's just say I don't think Vishal did much studying for that class. So the day comes and we're taking the test, and I'm flying through the test, when all of a sudden I notice Vishal's sneaking a peek at my answers. So, being the good friend that I am, rather than cover up my test, I just kind of continued taking my test. So here I am, working my tail off, trying to recall all the facts and figures for this major test, and there Vishal is, borrowing my answers. Well, we get to the last problem. I get to the last problem, and no sooner had I filled out the last answer than I see Vishal hop up, turn in his test, and basically say, "Peace, I'm out of here." I, however, go back and look over my test and check all my answers. Well, next year at high school, I'm a little surprised to see Vishal. And as I go up, I ask him how he did on that test. But before he could answer, I just unload a huge truth bomb on him. I told him, "You remember how you were copying my answers on that test?" Silence from Vishal affirmed my suspicion. I continued, "Well, after we finished the test and you turned yours in, I went back and corrected all the answers I purposely filled in wrong." Then I calmly turned and ran for my life. At the time, he didn't think it was funny, but I did. That was, 30 years ago. I think we could both finally laugh about it. After that, I knew that we were going to be friends, because if our friendship can survive that, we can survive any test. Vishal and I have been through a lot together. We have laughed together so many, many times. Matter of fact, Vishal has one of the greatest and most joyful laughs. So much so that my wife and I, which Violet still thinks that I don't have a wife because she's never met her. She thinks I dress up as my wife. But my wife and I, when either of us laugh with a deep, joyful laugh, we will tell the other one that you just had a Vishal laugh. You just laughed like Vishal. Vishal and I have done many random and stupid things together. Random like shaving our heads together. Yes, it's true. Vishal used to have a full head of hair. But now we just call it. He's got the 4 B's. He's big, brown, bald, and beautiful. And especially with all that makeup on, Vishal.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Vishal and I have also cried together. I still remember sitting outside of the house that Ben Rogers was house sitting, and we were crying together, spilling our hearts out, and wondering. This was like yesterday, but still wondering what was to become of us and what life had in store for us. Vishal and I have also gotten into some fights together. Not against each other, but on the same team. Driving around in an old beat-up Volkswagen thing. There was also a time when I literally had to hold Vishal back from destroying one of our good friends because he would not stop talking trash about Vishal. Like, I had to hold him back. Literally. But of the stories could go on for hours. But all this to say, Vishal, it's been an adventure. That, first of all, how are we still alive? And secondly, I've enjoyed every moment of it. It's been my sincerest pleasure being a part of your life and being your best man. C.S. Lewis once said, "In each of my friends, there is something that only some other friend can fully bring out." So in other words, in each of my friends, there is only a part of me that only Vishal is able to bring out. A part that makes me a better man. A part that makes me a better husband, a better dad, and a better friend. Thank you, Vishal, for this. So my toast, which is more of a charge to both of you, Vishal and Violet, is this. May you both bring out the best in each other that only you are able to bring out. In the best of times and also in the worst, hardest of times. And may you laugh together. And may you do crazy, stupid things together. And may you cry together. And may you forever be on the same team together. Always together. Vishal, you now have the 5 B's. Brown, bald, big, beautiful, and now blessed with a baby. Kim Show, Super Hutu.